Hello and welcome to this Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. For this tutorial, I'm going to be showing how to make an interactable 3D widget in the world. For this example, I'm going to be putting an interactable screen on this computer that will be able to be interacted with to open up this door over here. So let's get started. So for this, I have already pre-made a very simple computer terminal UI, very bare bones, about as basic as it can get, because I'm expecting that you probably already have your own UI that you already want to put in the world and just want to figure out how to do that. So I'm not going to be showing how to make said UI, just how to make it interactable in the world. So first things first, to put the widget in the world, you need an actor to display it. So we're going to make a blueprint that is an actor. I'll just call it computer screen since this example is a computer. So we'll open this up, and then you will need to add a widget component that will display your widget. So I'm going to set the widget class to my computer terminal UI that I made. Then make sure to set your draw size to the size of your widget. Mine is just 1920 by 1080, which is typical PC size. So you see I have the widget showing here. And then the next thing I'm going to add is a camera. And I'll be adjusting the position, but just to start, I'll just have it facing towards the widget. Because I'm going to make this interactable so that it'll put the camera view on your player screen to be looking at the UI. So that's it for the moment. So we will pull out this computer screen blueprint now. And so as you can see, this computer screen blueprint, it's showing the widget in the world. So I'm just going to line it up so it's nicely sized onto this PC that I have here. So as you can now see, I've got my computer screen UI on the computer now. And so now I'll take my camera and I'm just gonna position it so it's nicely like centered in the computer screen. All right. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this computer screen interactable. And so just off of default, this isn't going to be interactable without collision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a box collider, and I'm just gonna make it the size of the screen. You don't have to do your interaction this way if you want to have it, if you walk near the screen, like within a certain range of it, your object. I'm assuming you'll have your own way to do this, but this is just how I'm doing it for here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I already have an interaction interface set up. I'm assuming you guys will have your own. I'm not going to show how to make one. But on this event interaction, going to get the player controller, and we'll simply set view target with blend. We'll put a blend time 1 second, exponent 2. And then this will make it so that it changes the view target, which is basically the pawn you're viewing, to this actor, which will put that camera on your screen. And so we'll just get a reference to self, plug that into the new view target. And then let's just test this out as it is so far. So we've got the UI in the world, so let's test it out. So we see I can interact with this PC, and then it pans in to view the PC. But you'll notice I don't have a mouse and nothing's interactable. Well, we can fix that. So back into the computer screen blueprint. After setting view target, you'll want to get your player controller again. And then you'll want to set show mouse cursor, so that'll show the mouse on the screen. And then there's one other thing you need to do to make the widget interactable. So you go over to your widget component here, and then we'll scroll down to interaction, and you need to enable receive hardware input. This allows the widget to be able to be interacted with while it's in the world. And that is pretty much all you need to make it interactable. I'm also going to quickly, back in my computer, I'm going to make it so that after it's interacted, that it'll set the viewport back to the player that I have. And so that, just doing that so that we'll be able to see the player go back to themselves after interacting and opening the door, so you all can see that. And then now we can test it, open it up, interact with the PC. And as you can see, I can interact with the widget here, type in the password I have, goes back to my player, and then now, as you can see, the store is open. And so that is pretty much it. That's how you get an interactable widget in the world. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe, look forward to more tutorials in the future.